Didn't buy a PlayStation 3. Today I'm doing a dual commentary with OwnedByTamater.
What's up, guys? I want to first and foremost thank you, Drifter, for letting me be on your channel. It
Oh,
really means a lot.
oh, dude, don't worry about it. My channel is lots of people get on my channel. Lots of other guys. Since my channel's male, my channel's more like a man slut. Picks up all the guys in the community, and they all drop their videos here and their dumpings. Anyway, we're getting off topic. What is this crazy fucking gun that you're using?
This is actually the kind of ripped off version of Call of Duty's kill streak rewards. You don't get to interchange them, but this one is a 6 kill streak, and it's really, really powerful for a 6 kill streak. You can shoot through walls, it outlines enemies' bodies, and you just shoot through the wall, and they're basically screwed.
So I guess you could say this would be kind of like getting a death machine in Black Ops, except like a way more badass one.
Right. And this one, this is like a intense, unreloadable noob tube. Kind of like on God mode, whenever you run into those hacked lobbies where you just whip out a noob tube and you're just like blasting people. This is basically what it is.
Dude, all the hacked lobbies I run into is like Call of Duty 4. They want you to come join some gay little hacking clan, or they set the speed up to over 9,000, so you're like on ice skates and stuff.
Yeah, I ran into that real bad on Modern Warfare 2. I don't find that it's really that bad on COD 4 for PlayStation, or at least last time I checked out that game. It might be completely different now.
Xbox and PC and stuff can get kind of hacked, but games like this make me wish that I had a PlayStation 3. Not quite enough to drop the $400 or $500 or whatever it takes, but Resistance was always a fun game for me. So was Metal Gear Solid and a couple other of the exclusives. But it's kind of sad that all the big games come out on both systems now because it kind of they have to play to the minimum specs of both systems, so you get a lesser game because of that.
Right. And I'm actually kind of disappointed. How is it that you don't have a PlayStation?
Well, I got an Xbox when it first came out, and all my friends did, and we were pretty broke, high school, college level stuff, so we didn't it would just go dropping on consoles, and then one person's theirs would break, so that they'd get an Xbox again, so they hop back in and play, and mine would break, so I could get back on and play with my friends. And never really got around to playing with a PlayStation 3 because none of my friends were on it, and I don't really watch Blu-rays and a lot of stuff, and all the big games come out on both consoles, so I'm not missing a lot by only having an Xbox, unfortunately. The only thing I'm missing is, like I said, Resistance, Metal Gear, maybe a Little Big Planet, but then we have Gears and some other stuff. And you know what? My motion tracking system, my Kinect thing, it doesn't look like a big purple dildo on like the PlayStation Move or whatever.
Yeah, and they tried to play that off saying that you need buttons to play a motion game.
Blah.
I completely completely disagree.
I'm
Uh,
glad you do.
yeah, the PlayStation Move was a disappointment to me, to say the least.
The Connect is kind of disappointing too. I don't know. There's not very many fun Connect games. They had that crazy one come out recently. It's like some mad zombie survival thing, like shoot 'em up, hack and slice. It's like your hands are axes and shit. That's kind of cool. But other than that, it's like basically like Mario Kart or a Wii Fitness stuff, and it's not really complicated. It's made for dummies where you just can't possibly lose no matter what you do. Although the
Yeah,
controlling the menus and stuff with your hands is kind of neat.
yeah, that's really the only problem I see with a lot of the motion systems. They use cheap little gimmicks that work for basically a full game if you want it to be kind of half-hearted, but I don't think they have developers that are working to make intense skill-related, really smooth games like any kind of shooter. I don't know of any shooter that works well on.
Wait, well, I'm going to disagree with you there because I played the PlayStation 3 a bit when it first came out, and you had the original Uncharted and the original, what's this, Resistance. And I remember in Uncharted, I'm hoping it was Uncharted, hope I'm not talking out of my ass, when you'd make a Drake walk across a little log or something, since the PlayStation 3 controller had some degree of motion sensing in it, you had to balance by moving the controller. And in Resistance 1, somebody would shoot you with something and it would like tag you, and all the bullets would chase you. And to to like pull the tag off, you'd have to take your controller and shake it like super freaking hard. And I remember watching my friends like trying to run and shoot, and they're shaking their controller like Michael J. Fox, just trying to get that shit off.
Right. I mean, the actual PlayStation 3 remote has some pretty good motion detectability, but as far as like a full remote, I don't see that. Another game kind of like that, the motion sensing for the controllers is Heavy Rain, I think it was called. I think it was a PlayStation exclusive,
Yeah, yeah, it was.
but
That was the game that you watched so much. It was like playing a movie, sort of.
right. And I remember one time it got so intense, and you were driving in this rain trying to
Whoa.
save your daughter or
What was
something.
that? What was that? Your teammate is a ghost. Is that Emperor Palpatine? What was going on the sides of your screen there?
No, that's actually a perk in this game. It's called Doppelganger, and each time you spawn, you can use a perk for a limited amount of time, and then if you stay alive long enough, you can reuse it. But essentially, it's just a little clone that runs beside you, and I used it ineffectively to have him just face planting into the wall.
Okay, so that's kind of like the holograms in good old Halo Reach.
Right, which I was not ready for. I had just switched over to Xbox and I picked up Halo Reach and I was so excited because I was gonna be so elite pro sniping people in the MLG lobbies and I ran into a doppelganger and I just unloaded like three clips into him. Was just wondering why he wasn't gonna die.
I think you just unloaded on their whole fucking team right there with a shotgun. Did we get to the point of doing this dual commentary yet? Like what this series was? I can't even remember. Did we talk about that? We were just talking about like
No, yeah,
dildos and stuff.
yeah. I don't think we did. If we didn't, this is a beginner's gun guide. I'm basically just covering the basic guns in the game and how you're gonna get in, jump off, and what guns you're gonna have at your access or your just wow your
Disposal. That's the word you're looking for.
disposal.
And
Yes, thank.
you're doing more in-depthy kind of stuff later because I mean, right? I mean, I'm not mistaken on this, right? Like you're doing more
Right,
resistant strategies and PlayStation kind of stuff with your Sony Uber Eliteness and Blu-ray player and stuff like that.
right. I'm playing my Blu-ray disc of Resistance and stuff like that, and I am getting more advanced in it. This was just basic as you jump in, what you can do and how you can do it.
All right. Well,